I've just been listening to a professor of law at Stanford University talking about the actions that the United States has taken in the last couple of days in Venezuela and concluding that those were not legal actions under US law or international law. But it got me thinking about historical precedents, about examples in the past when countries have taken a leader from another country. Now, nearly always this occurs in warfare. For example, when Britain captured Napoleon, or when the United States captured Saddam Hussein. But what's really unusual about what just happened in Venezuela is that a state of peace exists between the two countries. Looking at the White House reporting of the event, what it got me thinking is that these are used for propaganda value, for projecting power through the infosphere. And it reminded me of one of the most dramatic occasions when a leader was taken and it was used for propaganda power. And actually it was in 1943, on the 12th of September. What had happened in Italy was that Mussolini had fallen from power on the 25th of July, and King Victor Emmanuel III had him captured and placed in the hands of the new government. And they had placed him in a hotel on top of a mountain, which is in the Apennine range, in the Abruzzo region of Italy, in the Aquila region. And the hotel was the Hotel Campo Imperatore, 2,000 metres up in the Gran Sasso massif of the Apennines. So Hitler tasked Major Harold Morse with developing a plan to rescue Mussolini, because Hitler ultimately wanted to see Mussolini back in power in Italy. So Morse devised a two-pronged attack. There'd be a ground offensive, which would secure the base of the mountain and disable the cable cars, and there'd be an aerial assault. Morse himself went in the ground offensive. The aerial assault comprised 10 attack gliders, each one with 9 people in it. And as the first two approached the top of the mountain range and prepared for their crash landing, because there were no landing strips, they decided to circle again before landing. In the third glider, there was an officer called Captain Otto Skorzeny. He was Austrian, and he was with the small SS, Waffen-SS Special Forces division that was with the assault, the rest all being standard Wehrmacht Luftwaffe paratroopers. So Skorzeny decided he was going to land straight away, and that put him in the front of the operation. Eventually, all 90 men were on top of the mountain, and they freed Mussolini. Mussolini was then placed into a very light aircraft, which flew first to Vienna, then to Munich, and then took Mussolini on to meet Hitler at the Wolf's Lair in Poland, which was Hitler's forward operating base in Eastern Europe at the period. What was almost more important than the rescue itself was the propaganda value that it then had, because the Germans portrayed Skorzeny as the most dangerous man in Europe. That became his label. And Hitler used the rescue as a tool for projecting his power and saying that his military was unstoppable and could even take a foreign leader from enemy territory. Food for thought as we consider the modern world.